OFM is such a cancerous community, I swear. I think it's on such a big downhill trend, not necessarily the business model as a whole, but like the community inside of it. I have businesses that are like outside of OFM, and I gotta say that the communities inside of those businesses are so peaceful. They're so incredible. Okay, Info for an example, it's a very villainized business, but the community in and of itself is genuinely about helping people. Right, like the idea behind Info is taking a piece of knowledge that you have that other people don't have, and then selling it to them. That is education. That's help. So the community in and of itself is phenomenal. So here's what happened. So OFM is so incredibly easy. And so many people have flocked to this business model, okay? Make sense? Now, since it's so easy, everybody is an entrepreneur. Everybody is making money. Now, this is kind of an issue, okay? Because if everybody is able to make money, there's no requirements for a degree of discipline, a degree of mental fortitude. There are a lot of brain pieces that are completely and utterly missing from people that typically are needed in order to be successful in another business, okay? For an example, in other businesses, you need to work at least like 5 to 15 hours a day, every single day, okay? No days off. But this business model, you can really get away with just like bare minimum effort and still make 10, 15, 20K a month, even more. This is one of those few business models where making that early age income, and I have a video on this where I talk about like the units being difficulty, in the business model and whatnot. But point is, it's super easy to get, make good money from this business model, which convinces people that they're a lot better at business than they are. And what happens is, as soon as marketing acquisitions start to become more difficult, which they already are, people start to freak out. People start to get worried about their income. And so when people start to get worried about the income, they start doing heinous things, all right? And so like the OFM space, what you need to be genuinely careful of, like if you are not one of these weirdos and you're like a real person, which most of the people in this space aren't, but if you are a genuine person inside of this business model, you need to be like actually cautious of the people that you communicate with, genuinely cautious of the business that you do with certain people, because what you need to understand is like if World War III started, all the countries are getting bombed, and Hitler, for an example, is getting ready to die. What do you think is going to happen? He's going to shoot off his nukes, right? He's going to kill everybody. He's going to kill everybody in the world. He's going to die. He may as well take everybody out with him. And this is the mental construct of majority of people, especially in the OFM space, because so many people are so secret about their operations. So many people are so secret about their projects, about themselves, because they don't want their face or their person associated with the platform at all whatsoever. And so what that does is it allows people to do things behind a screen that they wouldn't do in real life. And people are evil in this space. And I need you guys to understand how evil the people are in this space. For an example, we have a company called Your Team, says it's a VA virtual assistant outsourcing company, and this was not made for OFM whatsoever. Okay, it wasn't made for OFM at all. And anyway, I thought it'd be nice. I thought I was being generous by giving the virtual assistants to some of the members inside of my paid community. All right. So come to find out yesterday, one of our members is threatening to go to the Philippines to, I don't know if I can say it, to my head of staff up there for no reason whatsoever. I'm reading the text with one of our staff here between the conversation that they're having, and he's threatening to go to our virtual assistant office and the place up. How insane is this community? He texted our virtual assistant and he was like, "You're a nobody. You need to treat me with respect or you're going to regret it," or something. Like, my virtual assistant from the Philippines who doesn't have a level of disrespect in his heart, and you're talking to him like that. That is the space that we're in. I want to put this in perspective. Your Teams has been around for a very, very, very long time, and it's never been scammed, not once, because it does genuine business, okay? Since I've introduced it to the OFM space, okay, not to everybody, to people who paid to be a part of the community, it's been scammed 6 times now. That is the space at which we operate. From years of development and operations and projects and tasks being done, never once scammed, not once ever, to being scammed 6 times in less than 2 months. That's the space that we're in. I hate this space. I genuinely, oh my God, I hate the OFM community more than any other community in the world. This is why I don't go in the group chats anymore. I used to be pretty involved because I guess I was a little bit naive to the degeneracy inside of those group chats, but I think it's something I started to pick up on when I realized that everybody is an anon. And when people are anonymous, it's typically because they want to hide their true intentions. I mean, right? That just makes sense. If you were a credible, reliable person, you would show your face everywhere because you have nothing to hide, right? But I think that the space in and of itself, as marketing, as the business model itself starts to get harder, what you're going to realize is that more and more people are going to come out to scam. More and more people are going to come out and patronize people. I mean, it's genuinely so sad. The OFM space was supposed to be a beautiful space, but I understand. I'm not that naive. I understand. I mean, we're in one of those industries where, people are more sketch because of the corn industry, right? But to me, it's like, that doesn't seem deserving. I was talking to a creator a couple months ago, and she was like telling me that the agency hacked back her account, and it was her account. And anyway, they found a way into the account. And anyway, they mass messaged like the N-word, and they mass messaged like an address and a crypto address and all this stuff, and got the account completely shut down, and like said some underage crap on there, got the account entirely shut down. How degenerate is this market? How degenerate. I'm in a lot of these verified group chats, and a big conversation is, hey, how do I get this OF page banned? Why are you guys so messed up in the head? That is like not a, oh my God, it aggravates me, it frustrates me, it pisses me off, it upsets me. I had a model, we released a model a couple days ago, and she was like, she was asking if she could have the Instagram accounts that we had for her, and I was like, sure, of course. And I sent them over to her, and then she was like, please let me pay you. I know you're gonna hack them back, or like some like crazy shit. And I was like, what? Why would I hack them back? They're your accounts. She's like, I just had bad experience with previous managements. Like it's always a money thing with them. Like all the like terrible experiences, because you guys are the reason for this industry being seen in the way that it's being seen. And it's so sad when you go into a Telegram group and every single person has a black picture or a picture of some random cartoon or something, because you do not want to have any you don't want any authority in the space and any credibility. You are okay with just scamming creators. How pathetic are you? How genuinely pathetic. Or sending the wrong invoices numbers, right? And then overcharging them, or making them feel bad about certain things. I mean, we've had creators that have been so incredibly taken advantage of. I genuinely feel bad for them. This isn't me like simping over creators. This is genuinely upsetting, because this is supposed to be a respectable business model, but none of you guys have any respect for the business. And then you wonder why you can't make any money. I see a lot of these guys that are just struggling in these like $1 million groups, these $100,000 groups. It's like, you are a pathetic asshole. No wonder you don't make money. Like, no wonder you don't make money. You don't know how to run a business. Like you need to take this business serious, and you need to treat people with respect. You need to treat creators with respect. You need to treat your staff with respect. You need to treat other people's staff with respect. Otherwise, the business model in and of itself as a whole is going to go down, because without agencies, the business model itself does not exist. You need to understand that. A lot of these creators cannot do this whole thing all by themselves. They can't market. That's a full-time job. They can't do content creation. That's a full-time job. They can't do the chatting. That's a full-time job. They literally need you in order to succeed. So with that, you don't take that as like a manipulative power to control and power trip these creators. No, you understand that you have a duty to do, and your job is to make other creators money and make them wealthy alongside you. And I know some of you guys have like salary creators, and we have salary creators, but none of our salary creators at all are disrespected or treated poorly at all whatsoever. My salary creator is like, one of them lives with me, right? Like, so she's plenty taken care of. All my other salary creators are friends of the one that lives with me, and they're more than happy. They would prefer to be on the sustainable income than anything else. But I also have percentage-based creators, like, and we don't do any lock-in contracts at all. If you do not want to work with us for any given period of time, that's completely fine. You can leave whenever you want, because we're not going to force you into the management. And anything that we created on your behalf, you get access to, and we'll also run a DMCA takedown of all your content online, so that you're not completely exposed after the work that we've done. We treat this space with respect. We treat this space with as much morality as we can. And I think that is the largest thing that's completely missing inside of this agency or in this industry. And it's so sad to see. It's so aggravating. So if I would have a recommendation, if any of you guys are normal people that are watching this video, I would highly recommend You just avoid the community as much as possible. Stay out of these group chats. Don't communicate with too many people inside the space. They're all pathetic jerks, and you can do a lot better. I promise you. You don't need to. The more time I spend out of the group chats, the more my money increases. I make more money by being outside of these group chats than I do being inside of it. It's ridiculous. It's not needed. The entire industry as a whole absolutely sucks, and the only good thing about it is the financial money, or the financial that comes from it. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Just a little rant.